Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to replace the hub bearing assembly for a 2002 Ford F350. First, you remove the tire. Inspecting the brake rotors, both sides look really good. Now we're going to remove the brake caliper using this 21mm socket. There's two bolts, this one right here and this one down here. And there's do-it-yourself cat.
You want some petting?
Okay, with the caliper off and out of the way, now we're going to remove the rotor. Now we're going to remove the locking lug with the Torx 25 driver. Okay, this is pretty easy to remove. See, it just comes out like that. Don't drop your screws like I just did. I always like to keep everything together so when you start putting stuff back together, you know where it's at. This little set screw right here releases that inner gear. That's what actually holds that gear in. It just popped right out. I went ahead and got a tarp so all my stuff could fall on the tarp instead of on the grass and the dirt. Okay, so the gear came out first, the spring came out second. Okay, what holds this part of the hub in is this coil right here on the side. Once that's out, that's the third removal for that. This should come out right out. Okay. That looks pretty good. I had to get some snap ring pliers because there's the snap ring right in there and it's going to be really hard to get that thing out without the proper tool. Okay, now you just put your pliers in these holes. Give it a squeeze. And then it just shimmy it out. There's your snap ring. That's the fourth thing we removed. Now you got a washer back here, a regular washer and a hex washer. And they're just sitting back there, just begging to be taken out. Okay, so first I think it went, actually there's three. So they go in this order right here. That was first, and that, snap ring, and then three washers. Now it should just be a matter of banging this hub out. We are probably going to have to give it a little bit of love to try to get that thing out. Before we try to bang that thing out, we got 4 bolts on the other side that are going to be really, really hard, I bet, to get out. A good can of penetrating oil should help us out, but I don't know about this stuff, so we'll see if it works. Now I'm going to start the truck. I got 2 bolts off, or 2 nuts. I'm going to start the truck, turn the wheel the other way so I can have easier access to the other 2 nuts. Okay, now that it's turned the other way, I can work on the other 2 nuts back in there. I have 4 mounting nuts removed, and this thing's ready to come out, but before I do, I like to take note of where everything's at. Here's my ABS line right here. It's going to go past this cover, and we're gonna have to hook it up exactly the way it's got right here, so I want to be careful not to mess with that line too much. Hi Gabs, you coming to help? Okay, I got the ABS line free. The other connection is right there. And for those of you who, oh hey buddy, those of you who don't know, ABS is automatic braking system, and this is a cord that's included on the new unit right there. It's the ABS line. Okay, so with the ABS unhooked, our lovely assistant, Miss Goaty, is going to take off the rest of the assembly, right? Oh, did that bother you? Sorry about that. Anyway, here's what it looks like inside. Okay, with the ABS unhooked, we should be able to just pull this thing right out. See how it looks in there. Okay, there's the old one, and there's the brand new one. This is a precision made part, and usually with your better parts you got the mounting bolts that come with it, so I'm just going to put the mounting bolts on, and then we'll put this baby back in there. Okay, I put the mounting bolts back on, and I ran the ABS line back through this plate and attached it right here. This is the new ABS line, and I'll bring it back behind the shocks and back to the connection. Okay, with the nuts tightened onto the mounting bolts, we're going to set our torque wrench to 133 foot-pounds. That's factory specs for those bolts. 133 foot-pounds. It's a little less than 130, so I'm going to take it up to 133, and then we'll tighten those nuts down. Okay, when you hear that sound, it's tight. That's 133 foot-pounds. Okay, the first washer goes in, the hex washer goes in. Oh, hi Gabs. Third and final washer goes in. Push those all the way to the back. Okay, that's the snap ring, and we've got to use the snap ring pliers to put it back in. Okay, this goes back on like this. That's a lot of tension on that. Put it back as far as you can, and then we're going to have to tap it in with a punch the rest of the way, and then it'll snap in. So that's what it looks like. So now I'm going to snap it in with a punch or a screwdriver. Okay, when it snaps down, that's what it looks like, and it does snap into place. Okay, the locking hub is now back on, and now we're going to put the brake rotor back on, and then the caliper. Hey, if you like this video and we earned your subscription, hit the subscribe button, then thumbs up and share it with others. For updates on future videos and additional content, like us on Facebook at facebook.com/greasemonkeyvideos and on Twitter at mygreasemonkey.